Hi, my beauties out there. I hope you're doing well. I hope everybody has found this message safe, and I'm blessed that you're here to join me right now. Sorry for being very absent. I have non-stop working, really, I guess. Um, but yeah, I guess as well, there's just been a bit of a lack of energy to do so, a lack of just needing that time. That's the thing with tarot reading. It's obviously channeling the energies and opening yourself up to the energies can get heavy, but then you also need to feel in a protected and open space within self to do so. And yeah, it's, as I say, I guess it's been very busy lately. Um, but that's always the way it seems to work. It's almost like as soon as you get sort of closer to spirit, there's always that sort of devil energy to pull you back. Um, and to try and discourage that connection, discourage the time for that connection. And sometimes that might be, as I say, stuff like work or um, people within your lives as well, people who are sort of bringing you back down to like lower energy. So if you feel that way too, know that it's a collective thing at the minute. A lot of people are struggling with sort of cleansing out their energy and figuring out what's right for them, what's not working, and how to move forward best with their own self and experiences and well-being. So once again, it's blessed that we can all be here together and experience and learn from one another and just be in a safe, beautiful space. Yeah, so let's see what spirit wants to bring through today. We're just going to ask how the collective is, as I say, burning some sage, so cleansing out any energy that we don't want to be here. Please, Spirit, protect and guide us in this sacred safe space that we are creating today. If I can get the cards out. Deep breaths. Hope everybody is feeling their best selves, fighting any challenges that is coming their way. It's all about how you tackle challenges. So be strong. Know you're strong. Know your worth. I'm gonna also open up the space for a beautiful song. I'm just gonna play, sing, join in, be in the energy with us. Hopefully you'll enjoy the song as much as I do. I love it. It's from Daya Dover and it's called Return of the Bird Tribes. And I'm very connected to the birds and the bird tribes. And yeah, anybody who has found themselves here as well, I reckon there's connections there. Who knows? Look into them. So let's vibe. Let's do that. Tribes are rising. Oh, solo is his victims. Ancient ones rise again. Single perfect recognition. But tribes are rising. Oh, like war, like war. Oh, like war, like. Oh, like war, tides are rising. Ancient ones rise again. See my soul of different colors. See my feathers worn from within. Oh, tribes are rising. Oh, come sit by this fire, warm the seeds you've sown. Time travels how far we have blown. Are we not birds of the same feather? Is this no prophecy? I rise up around above the whole creation. It's inside of me. Oh, Tribes are rising. Tribes are rising. Tribes are rising. I love that song. I love that song. Let's see what's happening then. So, what do we need to know, and what does the collective need to know at this time, Spirit? What does the collective need to know? Oh, why? So we've got the Chariot and the Sun pop out. This is powerful. That's really powerful. That's beautiful. I feel like you're charging fast towards happiness. Like, you're leaving any negativity behind you. You are just rising in consciousness, rising in vibration, rising in love, rising in your divinity and your connection to God, atom, all beings. You are just, maybe you're in a period of going heavily into your spiritual knowledge, but either way, your spirituality is increasing. You are just full force ahead. You've very much got abundance coming your way if you haven't received it already, or a new level of self-confidence, a new level of self-appreciation and awareness. You are just steam blazing ahead. Yeah, it's definitely a case of you're just allowing spirit to guide you in every sense of the word. You are following your intuition, following your inner knowing, following that voice that's your higher self. your inner awareness, but just allowing yourself to be guided. Wow. Powerful energies. You might have a connection, past life connection to Egypt as well. I feel like if that's something you've always heavily resonated with as throughout your younger years as well as your adult years, maybe that's the reason, because there's a past connection there in the soul. I feel like these are the energies that has really sort of meant that you haven't felt within that positive energy, because we've got Five of Pentacles in reverse, Emperor in reverse, and then Four of Wands in reverse. So I feel like this is a past connection, or a connection with somebody that just they wasn't in their negative aspects. They were manipulative, controlling. They wanted to control the relationship and sort of show you exactly how it's going to be, essentially. I feel like to start with, this person sort of was definitely breadcrumbing, and just not like that in and out energy, not really sort of not really respecting your time, not really respecting your energy, just sort of giving you the bare little for what you're giving them, but making out like that there was a stable connection that they wanted to build here. And as I say, I feel like this is a past energy. I feel like it's took a lot to step away from this person, because they really was promising it all. They was promising that stability, that celebrations, that happiness, and yet they really, with them in the reverse, they had no intentions of sort of being that stability. They was only out for self, and that's why there was this breadcrumbing. And this is a past person who you've pulled your energy away from now, and this is why you're charging forward to your happiness, because you know that, when you recognise their games, you understand that this was a challenge for yourself which you had to overcome, and you had to see your self-worth, and this is why you have massively grown in your self-worth, because you know who you are, you know you're the Empress, you know you deserve love, you deserve stability, you don't deserve to be manipulated and lied to. So this is what you've been going through, but this is what's helped grow you into it's pushed you further into spirituality, it's pushed you further into yourself in terms of understanding yourself, and partly why you're attracting these vibrations as well. For the noise. It's just me shuffling. Interesting imagery. Yeah. It's almost like you've escaped. Like it gives me that energy of you're being hunted, and you've escaped this mentality where they felt like you were theirs, and they hunted you down in that sense of like really wanting that catch, but they didn't do it. They didn't do it like respectfully in a loving manner. They did it quite, as I say, manipulative, sort of playing games, not really being fully honest. Yeah, Seven of Wands in reverse. And then you've got the Queen of Cups in reverse as well. So once again, like I say, I feel like with these energies, with the games that have been played, I feel like it's sort of, you felt like you've had to close your heart off. You felt like something they've sort of, with the Seven of Swords, that they've been deceiving. They've been deceiving you, and you've sort of felt defensive, and it's sort of it's made you feel like it's knocked you into your lower energies as well. You also, I feel like you've been questioning whether this person has been hiding another option, hiding another female in their life or another connection, which has made you question a lot. So why is this energy being shown to us? King of Swords in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse. And Five of Wands in reverse. So I feel like it's being shown because it's confirmation for the connection you've been dealing with, but also that you are leaving this all of this conflict, all of this battle energy, you're leaving it behind. It's not something that affects you anymore. You sort of, as I say, you're walking towards your happiness, so you're not affected as much as you used to be, maybe back in the when this first sort of started showing up with the red flags. Maybe you was more emotionally affected, whereas now you're not sort of not letting them, you're not letting yourself be deceived by this person. You know who they are, you know that they're sort of showing up in the wrong energy and not really coming at you how you wish to be treated. With the Page of Swords and the King of Swords though, I do feel like this person has grown and you have helped them see their own traits, see their own behaviours, and sort of recognise where they actually should have done more, been more, or just shouldn't have been doing what they were doing as well, in terms of how they were talking to you, like knowing that they're manipulative, knowing that they should be more honest in their communication rather than sort of using words to their advantage. But this person is growing, as I say, they're definitely not in their positive energy fully, but they're growing and they're learning. They're just still a little bit toxic. So this person, what newness have we got towards the collective? What newness? So straight away, the Nine of Cups, you have got lots of happiness coming your way, lots to celebrate, lots of emotional connections that you thrive in, that you feel a lot of support by and supported. I feel like you've potentially got a previous love connection wanting to show its face as well, because we've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and then we've got the Eight of Pentacles as well. So I feel like a connection where you used to be happy, where it sort of just fizzled out, and maybe neither of you wanted it to fizzle out, could be making a return. Something that, or maybe something that didn't quite make it off the ground before, and the cycle sort of had to move on to its next phase. I feel like there is definitely this kind of return energy about this. It's a new, it feels like a new person because of it was a question about new, so I feel like they themselves have grown and showing up, but it potentially could be another person from the past that you'd be happy to reconnect with, that you'd be Nine of Cups, it would be a celebration to sort of, for this physical offer to come in. Maybe, as I say, maybe it never sort of got off the ground with you two. Maybe it was sort of somebody who you had a flirtatious relationship with, where you saw potential, but your life sort of pulled you in separate ways for the meanwhile. Because even with the Nine of Cups, you see the two figures in the back not facing one another. It's like they were too busy in their own lives to sort of be connected in that way, but so close to one another still, knowing that there's still that connection, that literally back to back, like connected through the spine, through the chakras. So that's nice. We've got a beautiful connection coming in. Anything about the new connection. Anything else from this deck? Oh, that's too many. Anything else from this deck about this new energy, this Nine of Cups connection? When is this? When is this new connection going to come into fruition? The World. Oh, that's something. Nine of Pentacles. So, the World fell out. The World fell out with the Nine of Pentacles just crossing over it. So I feel like although you are definitely chasing towards that sun energy within yourself, that love, that happiness, I feel like you still have a slight amount of struggle with standing in that power, knowing yourself, knowing your self-worth. And sometimes, well, we all waver, but then sometimes it's about really sort of not even wavering, just sort of just knowing thyself. And the more you keep on working on yourself, the more you can stand in that power, the more you're going to attract exactly that energy. Because it's all about vibration. With the World, again, it feels very much like those cycles of like learning and going through the different cycles. And then say maybe this new connection had gone through a cycle previously and it had been closed out, but now with the World, it feels like that new cycle is ready to be opened. And maybe it's that the rest of knowing knowing you're divinely connected and guided by spirit, knowing that it all happens for a reason, seeing the patterns within the cycles, understanding the growth that had to take place before the two of you could come together. And either way as well, with the Nine of Pentacles showing up, it does show that there's been an immense amount of growth, and you and yourself have massively worked on your stabilities and worked on your sort of status almost in the physical world, like how you're showing up in the physical world. You've been working on that. You just need to keep on showing up as your true authentic self, showing the world everything you've done to be exactly where you are, and don't hide that, because people want to celebrate with you. Tell us about love. Tell me Abundance fell out. Like I say, straight away with the Sun and the Chariot coming out, abundance is everything. It's everything that we consider treasure. It's happiness, it's money, it's goals coming to fruition, it's health, it's everything. And you are just chasing towards that abundance for that one. And as well, yellow solar plexus, like confidence. It's I feel a lot of Leo energy here, and just a lot of speaking your truth, like going out there and fighting for what you want, and just knowing that you're going to be victorious in it. Like there's a lot of powerful energy showing its face, and we love that. We love it. What else do we need to know, Spirit? What else can you tell us? Expansion, yes, and then grief as well. So yeah, like I say, it's about seeing how you've grown through the challenges, seeing how far you've come when you've had to let go of things, when you've had to go into new cycles that have been tough, that have been challenging to let go of, and to know you're going into a new. But to see how much, once again, it's all spiritually guided, it's all divine intervention. When it's like the Tower card, if something is meant to fall, it will fall, and if it's meant to be rebuilt, it will rebuild. It will be rebuilt. And it is about letting go, like being able to healthily let go of any negativity, anything that we're holding on to, in terms of, like, she's crying in this card, and that's such a healthy way to cleanse the physical body, because it's otherwise energy just gets pent up, it gets stuck, it gets stagnant, it stays in your body, like it just turns into something else. And that's why there is different levels of illnesses and stress, and it's all pent up energy that needs to be released in some form or another. And it's how healthily we are able to release the negativity and transmute it into something positive and powerful. Beautiful. So there is so much growth here today, so much turning lemons into lemonade, taking a sour situation, turning it into something sweet, dissipating. Yeah, so I feel like previously, when you've sort of lacked this self-confidence, um, you've just allowed yourself to sort of, you felt like you faded into the background almost. You felt like you've just sort of sat down not to get back up and just remained. Um, but the more you can open up your throat chakra, and the more you can really sort of communicate what it is that you know you deserve, what it is that you feel, healthy communication is needed. For sure. Because there is this confidence person within you. It's just knowing how to use your words most effectively to stand in that power. I feel like these are the things that you've been working on. But as well with singing is something that can bring you into that higher vibration. How can we transmute energies? Any last cards on this deck? No. Tell it to my heart, tell me I'm the only one. See, again, sing it, that song, singing, tell it to my heart, tell me I'm the only one. So maybe there is this romantic connection where you feel like you've been questioning their loyalty, their sort of commitment to you. Maybe this is something that's becoming true. Maybe that's something that you've got to speak your truth about. Maybe that's what will sort of set you free from the constant questioning, I guess. Needing to know for yourself so you can actually either cleanse it or work on it. And maybe that's why, with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, maybe once you sort of say what you need to say, ask what you need to say, be blunt, be honest, be communicative, will you find the answer that maybe actually the situation isn't what you think it is, and that's what brings this past connection into new being again. Affirmations in reverse. Create and use these daily. So yeah, focus on what the things you're telling to yourself, because like with that situation, you could be higher thought. Trust your intuition. Yeah. So as I say, focus on the things you're saying yourself. Focus on what you believe in yourself. Like, know that you're worthy of so much more, and trust that spiritual guidance. Know that everything that happens is there for a reason. It's even the good and the bad. See the growth in the soul, and know that the value in that in itself is beautiful for the planet and people around us. Nature's wisdom, movement, and empower. Empowers in reverse. So connect with the earth, dance, connect with the earth through movement, and being humble, knowing that knowing that it's almost like you give that control over to nature. Just don't even, you don't have to feel empowered all the time. It's good to feel vulnerable and to know that we are just merely a grain of like sand on this massive beautiful planet. It's like the small bacteria within our bodies that create up the bigger person, and it's understanding that we are all connected in that. It's all connected and we're all here to help grow the planet, grow the planet's consciousness, grow its spiritual connection. And that is through being able to work with the good and the bad energies, being able to harness and transmute any negativity. There's people battling for the bad, so the good people need to cleanse that energy, change it up. And people like, thing is, spirits will sort of mess around with you if you let yourself drop into a lower vibration. It's sort of, they'll latch onto that and they'll continue playing with that and, you know, whispering what it is that, because you already believe it. If you already believe it, they'll carry on whispering why exactly should you believe the negative. But it's about fighting back within yourself, within your self-love, knowing that with your angels are there as well as any freaking whispering entities. But get out into nature, cleanse through nature, cleanse through the Mother Earth, cleanse through Gaia. We celebrated Ishtar Day 2 days ago because I'm filming this on Monday. No, yesterday. Yeah, Monday today. Which is the goddess of fertility. She is the changing of the season. So we're going into a stage now where it's all about action. You're no longer in that hibernation energy. We're not sitting and thinking. We are moving. We are going towards that sun. We are bringing in that beautiful self-love, self-positivity, everything. Like, you've got to love yourself, because why freaking not? Love yourself, be yourself, show up authentically, and you will find so much happiness in just that, just showing up as your true self, because you will attract it. You will attract what you are showing up in the world as. So show up in the best light you want to show up in. Yay! Well, I think I'm gonna leave it there because that was beautiful. I find that beautiful. We're all working towards the best that we can bring onto this planet and to the collective at this time. So I hope everybody has a blessed rest of their evening. My little rats are running around like crazy. That's so cute. But yeah, I'll speak soon. So much love, collective.